What's going on, y'all? So listen. What's going on, y'all? So we are back again for another episode review of Power Book 3, Raising Kanan. This season 1, episode 7. It's called Stay in Your Lane. Before we get into the episode, can we just talk about how the theme song is everything? We are 7 episodes in, and I have yet, and I'm kind of disappointed in myself that I have yet to, come to that conclusion that the theme song, it's just it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is such a vibe. Now, listen, you got to get past that first initial song that comes on, and then the recap, and then that theme song that 50 Cent is rapping on. That shit goes, okay? But anyway, we get up into the episode, and Rock is coming out of the hospital from Sparky. Is his name Sparky or Spanky? Bitch, I'll figure it out by the time the end of the episode comes on, go off. But anyway, so she coming out the hospital, and she get in the car, she get a phone call from Lou, saying, are you sure you want to do this? Because if we do this means war or whatever. She was like, listen, we already in war. Okay. I said, oh shit, what's finna go down? It's payback time. All right. So we see Lou sitting up in the car, and he's watching old boy who is on Unique's crew, who was with Sparky. Bitch, I want to call him Spanky so bad. Spanky was the other dude named in the original Power. We just gonna call him Spank, okay? I know it's probably Sparky or whatever, but I don't know what it is. We're gonna call him Spanky. Y'all know who I'm referring to. Anyway, it just sounds more better, okay? Sparky sounds like a goddamn dog. But anyway, so he sees old boy walking down the street with his girl or whatever, and they trying to figure out what's gonna happen. Like, he watching them, and next thing you know, we see Lulu up in the car, and you see him pull back this ski mask, and it's a gun on the seat. I said, oh shit, it's not just a regular gun, it's one of those automatic, okay, multiple clips. And I'm just sitting here like, oh, you finna take him out, girl. Next thing you know, this kind of really disappointed me, because Lou, old boy was up in there getting, giving some head to old girl that he was walking down the street with. And Lou came up in there, ski mask on and everything, trying to take him out. Old girl was really, like, dude was really putting in work, okay? He was really putting in work with her fake moans. He was really putting in work, she was all up into it. And then she opened up her eyes and saw Lou. She was like, all right. And I was like, girl, run, bitch, run, roll over, and old boy see it, and Lou just started busting off shots and stuff. And I'm sitting here like, you unloaded the whole clip, and you did not hit him not one time. I said, Lulu, what the heck? And he almost got hit by old boy. When old boy got his gun and fired back at him, Lou had to jump back real quick because he almost clipped him. I said, Lou, you got an automatic with a whole bunch of bullets up in there, and you ain't hit that man not one time. Old boy done ran about the window. He running down the street bucket naked in a robe, okay? I said, oh, my goodness. Meanwhile, Raquel, she going to meet up with Kanan at this restaurant because they having a little date. He having a little date night with Davina, and this is his chance to let Davina meet his mama. I said, oh, so we on this level? You done gave her some, she done gave you some or whatever, you done lost your identity and all that, and so now it's time to meet the moms? I said, oh, we moving a little fast here, okay, because we don't trust Davina at this point. I like Davina, but I know Davina had to do what she had to do for the sake of her family because of the predicament that they was in, but you did give up the location for where Kanan and the stash house was, and Kanan, but then again, Kanan killed your boyfriend, so hey, it is what it is, and snatched you right up and acted like he ain't had nothing to do with it. But moving on from that, Raquel tells him about Spanky and what was going on with him. Basically, he's still alive, but he lost a kidney and he lost the eye. And he feels a type of way about them continuing this date, this dinner date or whatever, with everything that's going on. And Rock had to tell him, Spanky, he loyal, he live by the street, he know the street code, so he good, okay? So let's just go in and do what we gotta do. She goes in, she sees Davina, and next thing you know, Kanan was like, listen, okay, Raquel was like, I see why he all flustered over you, you beautiful or whatever. Kanan then popped up and had Stephanie pop up. Okay, I said, see what you don't do. I was with Raquel for a second because I'm like, don't surprise me with people that I'm not talking to. Okay, don't do that. We gotta have a talk to first. Don't. If we ain't talking no more or whatever, we had a little falling out, just popping up on me in a public space or whatever. That's not gonna get me to no. That's gonna piss me off. Okay. But Raquel left. And I'm sitting here like, listen, hold up, Raquel. Your daughter, I mean, your son is there with his girlfriend, allegedly. His girl, and you gonna act out like this and cause a scene by leaving just because he Symphony that showed up. What about Kanan? This is about Kanan. This ain't about you, boo. Okay. And so at this point, Symphony go running after her and talking about how much he loves Hall & Oaks and all this stuff and naming the songs. And he was like, I never told nobody that, this white band that I like and all this stuff. And, I came between your son, and that's the one thing that you said not to do. And I'm sorry, I will never do that again. I will never lie to you. I will always trust you. You can trust me. Woo, 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 blah, blah, blah. Raquel looking like, girl, whatever. Sir, I'm not buying this. But deep inside, she like, oh, this is cute. You like having this man come chase after me and, try to win me back. Even though I was going to get him back with him and give him some whatever. But, keep talking. But Raquel, outside. Keep the hard face on to make him sweat a little bit more. And she went back to sing. She was like, next thing you know, Symphony up there singing a song, and she was just like, you can shut that down. I said, that was cute, okay? That was cute. And he was like, I miss you. I said, oh, Raquel, stop playing to get back with Symphony. Symphony, the best thing that happened to you at this point, okay? So they go back in there. They having a little dinner and everything, and it's all to the good. They go outside, and, they're walking down the street, and, Symphony explaining the architecture history of this particular building, and Kanan and Raquel cracking jokes on each other. He calling her old. She was like, no, I'm a young mother or whatever. And he was like, I'll go home with Davina. We'll take her home or whatever. Y'all go do whatever y'all want to do. Go watch a black and white movie and all this stuff. It was cute little banter between parents and kids like that. That is so funny to me, and I love it. Okay. Easing up the moment. So they get in the car. And, before Kanan gets in the car, Raquel said, listen, I told you I'm a young mother, but don't make me a young grandmother. I said, put that out there, okay? Make sure that protection is on point, And she told the driver, the block is hot. I said, oops, yes, because y'all in war, okay? It's wartime, baby, So they finna get ready to go and, just go chill out. And her and Symphony, they finna go do what they gotta do. They gotta go make up for lost time. I said, you shouldn't have broke up with him in the first place, being sensitive, Rock, but okay. Also, Marvin got this little operation going. Remember when Kanan told him about the gas station and how they can set up shop out there? People just drive in, drive out. Don't nobody got to be standing on the corner like that. So basically what they had people doing is maybe half a block away from the gas station on the little highway or on the street or whatever, you got this dude, making it seem like he's selling candy. And I looked at it. It said, support the community athletes, okay? It reminds me, I don't know if they do it up in your city, but out here in my city, it used to be, and it probably still is, these kids that be getting on the trains and buses or whatever trying to sell some candy, and they always had this flyer, and the flyer be all wrinkled up and everything, and they just don't present themselves like they really trying to get people. They just be like, here, you look that. They barely show people stuff. So that's what it reminded me of. And they give the money and then give the person like a candy bar or whatever, and I guess the candy bar, whichever candy bar that they get, it deciphers which amount or which kind of drugs you getting at this particular point. You drive up there to the people in the gas station, get them the candy bar, and they give you the drugs. And everything seems to be working perfectly fine so far with this plan that Kanan and Marvin came up with. Y'all really let me go through this whole half an episode and last episode or whatever calling that boy Sparky when his name is Scrappy. I knew it was something that I heard before. Oh my god, that is so funny. But anyway, we get to what's her name? Jukebox and, Miss Nicole. They walking down the street talking about what she's gonna be wearing to her little ball or whatever that she gotta go to. Nicole like, girl, they wear gowns or dresses or whatever. And I'm looking at Jukebox like, you finna put on a dress? And she was like, listen, you can wear whatever it is that you want to wear. She was like, I can't come up there with my Timbs and stuff on or whatever. I gotta look good for my girlfriend. Oh my god, your girlfriend? That's the first time that you said that. I said, girl, calm down, okay? It was cute or whatever. Meanwhile, Raquel is over there doing it with Symphony, and they trying to be a little passionate and all that stuff, and girl, they was getting down. That's all y'all need to know. Then we see Raquel, she talking to Lulu and Marvin, about all this shit that's been happening, and how the hell you got a Tech 9 and your ass missed all them shots, okay? They trying to understand that. Of course Marvin got stuff to say. Marvin and Lulu, they already got their little beef going on between them already from a couple of episodes ago. But at the same time, they worried about the drugs, their product, because people already know that it's stepped on. Unique is taking over most of the territory. Everybody going over there getting their drugs and their fix from him because the weak product that they have, they're running out. And Raquel saying she about to go talk to a new supplier. Lulu needs to come with her and get his stuff together and get his head out of the music business or whatever and get it back onto the street light. Okay. Meanwhile, they did bring up the fact that they think that Unique, they assume Rock and Lulu that Unique is the one that's running things out of the gas station, and Marvin acting like he ain't never heard nothing about it, but it's really him, okay? And so that wind up happening. Meanwhile, you got Jukebox up in the dressing room at this store, okay? She trying on the dresses, and I said, girl, take it off. Take it off. As soon as I saw her little sports bra and her little boxer shorts, I said, take it off. It ain't you, okay? That is a stud's worst nightmare, having to put on a dress, bitch, and we just don't rock it right, okay? Listen, I used to wear dresses all when I was a kid, okay? Dresses, skirts, and all that stuff, bitch, and I just never felt comfortable in it. Even if I look right in it, I just never felt comfortable enough in it. So when I became my true self and dressing in the comfortability of me, woo, freedom, okay? So I felt you, Juke, right then and there. Meanwhile, Kanan, he goes confront Famous, okay? Because earlier, once he got through taking Davina home, and he thought he was gonna be able to go chill with her, but she confronts him and asks him about the Famous song, okay? What he sang at the showcase is getting around, and it's talking about what happened to Buck 20 when he died, as if he was there and he saw it. And she's asking him about it, and he was like, "No, you know how people are. They just be talking about stuff they don't know or whatever. Famous ain't about that life." And she said, "But you are, okay?" The little baby kind of cock blocked them because the neighbor was watching her little sister, and she was like, "You need to choose yourself, because you're not supposed to be out here taking care of these kids. This is not your baby, okay? Your mama needs to get her mess together." Meanwhile, Kanan had to confront Famous about it. And Famous trying to downplay it, okay? People don't know what I'm talking about or whatever. And he basically told him, if you want to rap about something, rap about whatever's going on with you. Keep my business out your mouth. That's basically it. Then we get Jukebox. She sees something at the store that she's at, and we can tell that it's like a somewhat of a high-end toy store, because the freaking sales lady, she asking her, "Did you leave the stuff up in the dresses in the dressing room?" Mind you, while she was in there in the dressing room trying to try on the stuff, the girl was getting harassed by the stir clerk, okay, the little sales lady. "You okay in there? You doing something?" I said, "Girl, calm down." And it was just her attitude. I said, "This is what we face. It's crazy that we still got to go through this," okay? She was looking at her the way that she looked, and it's like, "You don't belong here, so why are you here?" I don't know what, something caught her eye, so she went over there to go see what it was, okay? And meanwhile, we see Kanan, he going over there to the stash house, and it's two dudes over there trying to, separate the drugs and everything, the product, and he was looking for Marvin, but Marvin wasn't there, and they trying to figure out what they gonna do with the product, because it's been stepped on enough, because, Kanan was like, "Y'all gotta stretch this out." So one of the guys, said something about this other product that makes the crack goes a little bit more crazy, called Cinder Williams or something like that, and Kanan was like, "All right, cool, we'll cook that up." And the other dude in the yellow hoodie was like, "First of all, you ain't nobody, okay? You just a kid, and we ain't finna take orders from you, so you need to just chill." He was like, "Listen, bro, do you know who I am? I'm the one who came up with this whole highway situation that got going on. So if I say we gonna cook this, we gonna cook this. Now I'm about to cook this, okay? And so they wind up doing it. I don't trust old boy in the hoodie because of the way that he was looking at Kanan. Like he was butthurt. Like, who is this little nigga coming in trying to tell me what we gonna do and what we not gonna do just because of who his mama is? That's what he was giving me in that look, okay? Like he plotting to do something to him. Um Meanwhile, speaking of Raquel, she go down there to Miss Juliana, okay, to see Gabriel at the bodega. Down at the bodega, okay, they at the bodega, and she was like, "Where your husband at? Where Gabriel?" He said, Julia said, "With his puta." Okay, I said, "Big," and I wish I wish he'd stay there. Okay, never come back. I hope he don't come back anytime soon. And she was like, my you gave me a place where your cousin want me to meet, and that's what we gonna do. And she was like, you said that you sought me out. I sought you out because I'm looking at you. And basically she just telling her how much of an empowerment that I told y'all. Juliana is waking up. Julie waking up, okay? And she was just telling Rock, I chose you. You chose this place for a reason. Bitch, I chose you for the same reason, okay? You finna get me the fuck up out of here. You giving me empowerment. You giving me inspiration. You making me stand up for myself. And Rock was listening to her because, she was like, how we get disrespected up in this world being women and stuff like that. So she putting that commonality with her, trying to vibe with her. And Rock feel it. And Rock told her, if anytime you need something and you ready for something or whatever, let me know. I said, oh shit. Gabrielle might not be here for a little bit longer. I don't know. Meanwhile, the crew, they finna Kanan's the guys that, that was cooking up the stuff with Kanan. They got it cooked up, they got it sectioned off, and they gonna make some testers before they actually go sell it because they don't know how it's gonna work. So that's the smartest thing that they did this whole time was to test it out before they actually go selling it. Because if you go selling it, you killing off your what happened if something goes wrong and these potential clients, they ain't gonna come back because they ain't gonna be here. So you got to see how the product work. Meanwhile, he walking down the street with the product up in his hand, just do. I said, put that shit in your pocket, boy. He roll up on Jukebox at the house, and she was trying to get in so that she can get dressed for the little ball or whatever it is that she was going to for a girlfriend. And she didn't want her father to trip out if he saw some stuff. And so he was like, okay, cool. Then here comes Detective Malcolm pulling up on him. And so Jukebox leaves, and he basically was like questioning him about, did your mama tell you about me? And I told you we got this history and everything, and you need to tell her ask your mama about me. I'm telling you, we got this history, we got this. And I'm like, I know he trying to fill out what Kanan knows because he realized now that Kanan is his son, but he going about it the wrong way because I feel like if in one wrong move, he gonna, like slip up and tell him, you my son. And that ain't what you need to do right now, okay? Because that's not gonna get him to get on your side. He already don't like the police at this point, especially you. So what makes you think that you telling him is gonna get him to, be listening to you or whatever and be on your side and help you out? No, you got to go about this a different way. Even his partner had to understand why you working with him, or why you so fascinated with this boy. Children are our future. Shut up. That's your son. That's why. Meanwhile, they giving out the testers to the little crackhead, and then two of them, they up there trying to try it out. One up there like this. Oh boy looked at him and said, it's not registered in his mind that he is over there dying. Okay, he said, you up here being stingy. Let me get some of that. So you see that the effect that it's having, and you like, let me try that too. I said the man of a crackhead. He was like, that's the ultimate high. Girl, they done fucking died. They didn't overdose on just one puff. I said, I ain't got time for this. This why I don't do hardcore drugs like that. I could never. I'm scared. So we get Jukebox, she at the park with Nicole or whatever, and they talking. Nicole want to know, how come you ain't gonna show me what you wearing? I want to know what color you wearing. She was like, girl, it's a surprise. I'll tell you or whatever. Cool, calm, collected. Okay, leave me alone. You want a pretzel, girl? I don't really like pretzels, but do you want a pretzel? Yeah, I want a pretzel. You can give me one. I'll go get you one. So Jukebox get up and go get a pretzel, okay? And she leaves her bag on the the bench, and Miss Nicole goes into her bag and she takes out this card or whatever. It's a homemade card. Let me tell you something. Ain't nothing like them homemade cards, okay? That's how we was back in the day. She took out a little homemade card, had Laverne's name on it, opened up Laverne's bag, and she was about to put it up in there, right? And when she goes in the bag, she feels around and she sees the vial of the little crack that Kanan had gave Laverne. Forgot to mention this. He gave it to her when Malcolm came up so that he couldn't, just in case he wanted to start some stuff or whatever. He ain't got nothing on him, okay? And I said, Nicole, put that shit back, okay? Stop it. Nicole is one of them bitches that, oh, I hate to say that. I don't even mean to say that, okay? Let me take it back. Nicole is one of those people that falls under peer pressure. You saw how easy it was for her to what's his name, Crown, to get her to smoke that stuff, okay? And she don't even know what was in it. It was laced. The weed was laced, okay? And then you get up in this girl bag. You don't even know what this is that's in her bag or whatever, and you gonna take it. Meanwhile, Marvin is out there with old boy in the yellow hoodie or whatever, picking up Kanan, taking him to the stash house, or not the stash house, but to a crack house or whatever, to where those bodies were. Those two crackheads was smoking and everything, and we see a whole bunch of other people up in there too. They regular high, okay? You know, they just doze off or whatever. We saw them breathing or whatever, but then they see them other two, and they trying to figure out what exactly going on, okay? And Marvin comes to the conclusion that if y'all didn't put this stuff out here, because they was like, we only did like 25 testers, and you know, they was like, for them to pass out and to die like that, they must have been smoking on some rat poison. That Cinder Williams shit, it must have been laced with some other stuff. And that is why I told y'all I can't do drugs. I can't do drugs because I'm just, you never know what it's laced with, what they're cutting it with, or anything. So y'all be taking risks when y'all be out here doing this hardcore stuff, because y'all just don't know, especially with that fentanyl and everything. Oh my God, lethal, okay? So at this point, old boy with the hoodie, he of course had to snitch on Kanan. You know, we was out here trying to do this stuff, but Kanan over here, he the one that cooked it up and said we needed to put it out here. I said, you couldn't wait to say that. You just couldn't wait. He make me mad already. So now they got to clean this up. And at first, Kanan was like, we got to go get it off the street. We got to tell people not to do this and not to bad or whatever. And it was like, no. That's going to make it even worse, okay? To let them know that we putting out shitty product that's killing folks, okay? Let it go. Meanwhile, Raquel, she go and he said, don't tell your mama, okay? Because it's gonna be a whole nother thing. She don't need to know about this. Raquel goes to meet up with Juliana's cousin, and he basically was like, you know, she got terrible taste in husbands, okay? But her intuition on people is first rate, okay, when it comes to this type of things. You know what I'm saying? So if she's telling me that you good, I'm pretty sure that you are. They having a little discussion about whether or not they gonna work with each other. Meanwhile, the cousin's friend, little bodyguard, a man or whatever, back there talking to Lou about how I know who you are. I was at the showcase. You know, his cousin is the head of the Latin division over there in BMG Music. You know, and you know he was saying the song that Famous was, singing up there. And he was like, respect, I like what you do. I was like, see, the connection is already drawing close, okay? Because at the end of that little meeting, you know, basically, Raquel was like, I want to sit down and talk to you about some stuff. He was like, you know, I like this conversation. We'll talk again. So she done secured her connect. We can just basically say that right then and there. Meanwhile, Nicole is getting ready for her little debutante or whatever, her ball. You know, she was supposed to be going with this dude. She was going to sneak out, be with Laverne or whatever. Her mom come up in there and basically giving her this sex talk and like, you know, saying don't have sex, but I understand if you do have sex and all this stuff, and you know you don't want to get pregnant or whatever, be safe. And you know, Nicole is like, well, with lesbian sex you can't get pregnant, okay? It's the safest thing, you know. And she was like, you are not a lesbian. She was like, girl, you don't know me, okay? You think you know me just because you my mama? Mothers know their daughters more than they know themselves, okay? That is a fact. No, you don't know me, okay? And that girl, she was like, that girl took advantage of you. No, she didn't, okay? You know, of course, the daddy come in just as dumb as ever. You know, I like the daddy. The daddy just be so clueless, okay? The daddy just be so clueless. He don't know what's going on, and Nicole is just over her parents. Meanwhile, Raquel and Symphony is doing it again. I said they had sex throughout this whole episode. I ain't never seen this many sex scenes this whole season, okay? But I said titties and everything. All right, come on, black nipples. But anyway, so they was doing it, and then Raquel basically apologizes to Symphony, formally apologizes to him for snapping off on him the way that she did when it came to Kanan. And then was like, you'll be a good father, I see how you are with Kanan, and with kids your own, you will be good to them and all this stuff. You ever think about having kids? He was like, it depends on the mother. What if the mother was me? I said, oh snap. Symphony got it that good to you, girl, that you out here thinking about having kids and I want to have your baby. That's what he got you doing. She was like, I'm not going to change yet, you know what I'm saying? But I will. I won't forever be the same, but I still got some loose ends to, tie up and stuff like that. I said, oh, okay, so that's what we out here doing. We really doing that? Over this man? Damn, Raquel. Meanwhile, Lulu, he going to go to the diner that they go to go get his sandwich, and Unique come up in there and basically try to proposition him to switch sides, talking about some rock on lose. Okay, the corners is drying up. I give her about 2 months. Okay, people trying to come to his side. Mind you, the dude that he tried to kill early in the episode, he was there and didn't realize that was Lou until Lou said, "I don't fuck with bitch ass niggas and pussy eaters." Okay. Unique said, all right, but I'm telling you sorry for what's about to happen in advance. I said, Lou ain't finna switch on his sister. Regardless of how he feel, Lou is so freaking loyal, okay? And I don't even know why Unique even tried that. You could have probably tried somebody else, but Lou, nah. I can't wait at this point. So Jukebox was over there at Kanan house in his room getting ready. And she had her little suit. Okay, I said, come on. So she put her little suit on. She dancing in the mirror. Raquel come up there. She see her, of course, she hasn't told anybody besides Kanan that, she's a lesbian. And so, she was a little nervous, but Raquel had this smile on her face, like this, like, it's okay type of smile. And she even told her, I'm going with, Raquel was like, whoever see you up in there, they gonna be looking fly or whatever. You gonna be looking fly. And she was like, who finna see you? Who this for? And she was like, her name Nicole. And she was like, well, Nicole is lucky, okay? I'm not your father. Okay, whatever you want to do, that's what you want to do as long as you're happy. I was like, oh my God, that is a lot for a black household in 1990s early. Okay, like it was a lot. And I just felt that. I said, that is beautiful. That is beautiful. Like that really touched at me. You know what I'm saying? Meanwhile, Nicole over there and her little date showed up. And, she up in her room. She done locked the door. She is over her mama at this point. She put her headphones on and her she got her little cassette player, her portable cassette player. And earlier when they was on the bench outside at the park, Jukebox had gave her a tape. Okay, so she put the tape in and she was like, this is for your ears only. And she started singing or whatever. And she was like, oh my God, this is cute. And so her mama kind of, snapped her out of the trance by calling her, talking about something, you are being rude to your guys. She was like, girl, hold on, okay? So she goes into her drawer and she looks in there for something. She pulled out this little baggie, then she put it down, and then she notices that vial of drugs, okay, that she got from Jukebox. Well, she stole out of Jukebox. White folks are always doing shit. That she stole out of Jukebox bag, okay? Now, she wasn't such, Nicole, this didn't have to happen, all right? I said, Nicole, don't do it. Don't do it because this is the stuff that she got from Kanan, and we already know that it's defective, okay? We already seen the carnage what happened. And, of course, she was thinking, like, should I take this or not, And she went on ahead and she took it, and she was feeling that high for, like, 3, 4, 5 seconds. And next thing you know, she just started feeling real weird. She stood up, and she fell out, and she was dead. I said, oh my God, this is so sad. Not Nicole. And I don't even care about Nicole. I just feel bad about Jukebox, okay, at this particular point, So then, when this happens, we get over there to Raquel and Kanan. She comes down there to Kanan talk, looking at TV or whatever. And, we're just talking about how you missed Jukebox when she came out or whatever. She was like, yeah, I'll see her later. And, telling him, I'm thinking about doing a little double date or whatever with you and Symphony again. And, you know, Kanan proceeds to tell her about the fact that Detective Malcolm came over there saying that you got something to tell me. She said whatever it is that he got to say, don't pay no man to it. Don't say nothing to him. Don't worry about him. Okay. She was over it. Meanwhile, we got Jukebox outside the little ball area where they supposed to be picking. Well, she's supposed to be meeting Nicole. She looking at all of the limos show up and nobody is getting out. That's Nicole. And she just, at this point, it's almost like she feels as though she got stood up, not realizing that your girl is dead. I connect so much with, I feel so bad for her. But anyway, this episode of Raising Kanan was good. I liked it. Okay, it really had me in suspense a little bit. I did not expect that Nicole situation to happen, but then again, I kind of should have when they kind of put the emphasis on her taking that drug last week. But anyway, y'all tell me how y'all felt about this week's episode, and I'll see y'all later. Peace.